You there? So you never heard the band? Oh no, I know what Primus is. Yes, absolutely. I just didn't know the names of the people in Primus. Yeah, it's funny because I was born the same year as Billy Ray Cyrus, Molly Cyrus's dad, and George Clooney. There's a group for you. George Clooney was, I think he was born in like March or something. Let me look. Oh, he was born in May. May 6, 1961, in Lexington, Kentucky. And then Billy Ray Cyrus was August 1961. So I'm actually older than Billy Ray Cyrus. Oh. Billy Ray Cyrus was born in the year 1961. He is actually the same age as me. He actually isn't. He's 64 this year because his birthday was May 6th, which was a month ago, about a month ago. So he is actually 64 because May 6th was his birthday. Billy Ray Cyrus is in August, but Mr. Clooney was May 6th, 1961. So I'm somewhere between George Clooney and Billy Ray Cyrus. Does that make sense? But George Clooney is 64. George Clooney is already a Beatles song. Yes, he is. Alrighty, so let's get on with what I worked on last night and what I worked on last week, all weekend. So I was trying to get our working menu system from our inventory system to work. Checking what is the nutritional difference between a bantam egg and a regular egg. Well, without the clarification, with just guessing what you mean by a regular egg, I'm assuming it would be size. Till Tempest, thank you very much for I'll just call you Tempest. Thank you very much for the follow. And you can see that our notification is a mess. So I'm going to have to go and find the original and put it back in here. And this is one of the things that I don't understand, because when you copy something in OBS, it doesn't make it an individual thing. It just makes it literally, it links it to the original. So when you change something in the new one that you made a copy of because you wanted the same format, whatever, it actually changes all of them. So even if you rename it, even if you do anything. So everything's very quiet. Let's try turning everything up. Here, it used to be up here, so let's do that. Let's put it up here where it used to be. The game green. Okay. The only thing that should be relatively low, and hopefully you can hear it, is just the sun's music. But I'll put it up a little bit more. But yes, a bantam egg is about half the size of a regular egg. Once again, there's no definition for what regular egg means. No, let's turn our logo off. Get our game screens up. So the problems that I ran into, aside from size, of course, which was an issue, but once I got everything set to exactly what it was in the inventory test screen, everything did come together. Now, what I had to do, and I can actually, let me do this. Let's go back here. Go up here. Let's do that. So up here, these two question marks up here in the corner, way up here. Let's see if we can zoom in on them. This is our menu. This is our menu system. And I've made a layer called menu items. And you would think that putting it way up here with a -500 as a depth, that it would just work. It doesn't. So let me show you here. This one is, we want this one. Okay. So if we look at the custom code on this, I had to set the depth here to -150. If I didn't do that, then it wouldn't work. I know that's silly, but what happens is, and I'll turn it off here. So I'll function that out. And we'll go to the other one. Oops, that's on instance, that's right. Go, creation code. And we'll function that out. And we'll do the build. That's right, I can't just hit F5. Dang it. What's funny is when I'm working on it on the weekends, I can use F5 and it's really cool. I can get through stuff very, very fast. Let's do that, and then just do replace all, load her up, wait for this to catch up, make sure we got the right one in there. We do not, we want this one. Okay, so like I was saying, is if we take those depths out, and we do this, it looks fine at first, and it should be, oh no, it's set somewhere else too, but you can see that everything's working now, which is great. But that depth, I've set that depth somewhere else too, and I need to go and take it out so you can see what it was doing. I also have to fix that. So we need to go to a few things. We actually have to go to this. You take this one out, and this one out. I think that's it. Because even though it is, it has to be from the code, not from the. Also, I noticed that I made one of them 600, which is kind of odd. I mean, it's fine, but. Alright, watch the video. We got a big brown. Okay. Okay. Start it back up. Wait for OBS to pick it up. Beep. Okay. So we're up here in the corner. Inventory. So you see, if I don't set the depth on it itself, then everything comes up behind it. Like, obviously, if I still have that depth set somewhere to 500, I should fix that. But you can see that the trees, the rocks, all the things that are in, all these things are a mess. And all of our instant stuff is showing up in front of them. Because here's the boy, here's the axe throwing boy. Yeah, but it's also in between. So if you're looking at the words are on top of the trees. But yeah. So it's like, oh, great. You know, also those aren't graying out as well, which they should be. But now they'll all disappear, so. Somewhere, and I think it's with, there's another part with, let's do this. Let's find depth equals, find out where the other one is. So I think it's on the object itself. Find all. Okay, that one is out. That one is marked out. This one is not. With this is, which object is this? I think this is over. Mark that one out. So we're going to have to go through and do some depth checks. Okay, this is the object item. Okay, all of these now should be marked out. Let's do another search. Do a find all, make sure they're all cleared. Boxes, okay, blah, blah, blah. Yep, minus one. What is this one? What are you in, buddy? This is our text. Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine because that text is actually our other text. So our text for our blue box writings. Okay, so all of those are off. Now let's hit a let's do a file execution. Boop a doop boop boop boop. Okay, so this will show you where my dilemma was before. Is so here we are. We open it up. And you can see where everything's overlapping it. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on. I don't know why this one's, I think I set a depth on the object itself. Because its text and stuff is behind it, which it shouldn't be. You know, so. But you can see the problems. For now is, what was it called again? It was in, it's right depth width. One thing I've found is very helpful is the search tool that's built into this thing. It has become extremely helpful for finding pieces of code that you forget are out there. Shoulder uniform, no. I'm looking for, okay, it's in one of the objects, one of these objects. I think it's the control object. Okay, items on a grid. So draw. Okay, looking for pause. Pause the game in 5. Okay. Down here? We put in AP somewhere here. I think it's on this one. Here's where we turned it. No. That's where it's supposed to be. Ah, if global game pause, this is what we did. This is this down here. We need to turn back off. So else. No, we took that code out. Okay. If global college instance player. I'll be. Okay. I'm looking for a specific piece of code. It is a instance destroy now. If script. Nope. But the one I'm looking for is the one that you put in that pauses the game and then turns it back on. And I thought it was in here. Pause selected, key down. Okay, this is all the old code, so that should be all good. And we took it out of this, but I think I forgot to take it out of the restore. Game pause false. Oh. Pause option, yep, pause, blah, 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 blah. It's just finding the right piece of code. I know it's in here. It's just where. It's not the way we want. Switch. Pause. Global pause. False. If true. Instance destroy. Save game. Image speed. Pause. No, this is all stuff that we've looked through. Continue, save, quit. Yeah, that's for the page for that. Pause screen. Pause option select. Because this is, I think, what we should have been calling, which is this pause screen. Pause game. Nope, nope, nope. I know it's silly, but I am looking for a very specific piece of code. Because it's the one I was messing with. Okay, not in this one. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know what I did with it. But I know it's working because it's turning things off. And I thought I saved. I probably didn't. It's great when you delete things that you find out later you shouldn't have deleted. Okay, this is not it. The other one. Nope, nope, nope. That was two back. Yeah, so I'm going to have to find the command. And I think it might be in the file that I didn't keep. Nope, that's for doing the lines. That's for... Nope, I didn't save it. Damn it. I love when I do that. I love when I just delete something and then figure out later I need it. Okay. It's not a pause select, it is a turn off everything but. Let's go back to our object item. And no, parent. Create sprite kit. Okay, this is for, nope. Gotta be in controller then. And this is where it should be, because this should be what is pausing the game, where it says pause the game. Which means that there was a thing, I guess, down here. No, because it would have to be in where our I is pressed, so it'd be in that code. So, instance oh, that is what we're doing here. This is what I need to comment out. That is what is going. That is what is causing everything to disappear. Okay. That was the code that I was looking for. Deactivate all. Okay, let's do a build back again. So everyone being silent, or do my chat get screwed up? Okay. Oh, yeah, it didn't get screwed. People, for some reason, when we start working on the game lately, nobody talks. And I would prefer you guys to be talking, and I'd prefer you actually be talking to me to pull me out of this and talk about more things that are going on, but you don't. So, hey. All right, so this should now show the whole problem that I was having. So we got that. We can pull the window up. That one's still set, but now when we take this down, everything still stays where it's supposed to be. So that deactivate all is not what we're looking for. We're looking for the ability to freeze the game while we're doing things. Another thing I need to figure out is how to save a grid in the saving process when we're going between rooms. Also, and it probably has to do with the rooms themselves, but it screws up on different things, even though we're set right, and I think that's because it is set to room size, not window size. Also, on some windows, it's not actually following us. I haven't even fixed this one, but you can see that it doesn't even come up on this window. It does come up on this one, but it's all the way up here at the top. And it's all out of alignment because there's the top of it up there. So that has to do with using the map size instead of the window. So that's going to have to be fixed. No, I can repeat anytime you want. I don't know anything about game dev. I'm just enjoying watching the process. Oh, okay. So, as you can see, we had no, because of our guy here, over there, we have no Inventory. Now we have an inventory. It's not perfect yet. Yeah, it doesn't work. In fact, it only works correctly. Oh, wow. That was neat. He just disappeared there. Oh, see, that's another issue. And I think that's depth as well. Because if you see on this, the top half is not showing up. I wonder what happens. And this could be an interesting test. If we go to our trees, I wonder if you can do this by object. This might be interesting. If I can set a depth based on the object, no, because then you can't walk in front of the trees. You can only walk behind them. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because in our game there, the trees on the top half of the building are invisible, but they're on our layer, which is our walking layer, which is our instance layer, but everything above a certain point disappears. That's not right. Okay. So, like I said, on this one it seemed to work except for this. So we'll put all the depths back and then all this will come back. Because it is there, it's just behind. It's just behind that thing. Also our sequence got messed up, so. Now what we can do is we can go to our room. Our initial room. Our base, our parent room. Now all of these creation code, we should have a we're going to make it -600. We should put that always at a -600, which is, that's our controller. Then we want to go to our object and basically do the same thing. If we fix it in those two places, save, then it should fix it everywhere. Oh shit, I just did the biggest mistake and I am frozen. So I will give that a minute to come back because it appears that I have frozen my screen, and we're going to see if it comes back because I hit F5. Seems like you need to transform the camera values to the positioning. Yes. Control Z. What is Control Z? I hate hitting commands that... Nope, that did not fix it. I am still frozen. Undo. Oh, yeah, well. You can't undo this. You can... all I can do is that, which I just did. Now, last time I hit it, it did return, but I may have to close... Let me save this. I may have to close this in order to release OBS. And I may need to... I think you guys can still hear me. But from the standpoint of OBS itself, I can't. I'm not seeing what you're seeing. My screen is locked. So. Undo does not help. Sadly, but it does not help. Okay, let's see if we can start that back up. Hopefully that'll clear the buffer of whatever this is doing. But the question is it actually killed everywhere, or is it just killed on my screen? Because you guys can still hear me, but can you see me? What happens if I turn my camera off and back on again? Let's see, where am I? Turn that off. Nope, that didn't do anything. Turn it back on. No. Let's see what you guys are seeing. You guys are just seeing, well, you're seeing me still moving. OBS is not. Okay, well then I'll go by that. I'll go by, interesting. So it is completely on my computer that it does that. All right, well I'll use Twitch screen to so I can see what you guys are seeing. And then we will go back to work here. So what I did was I put depth on those geez, I just did it again. Let me go back to this and do a build. This is why I do the builds as opposed to hitting F5. But I was working on it so much over the weekend that I hit F5 all the time, and it was so now my brain automatically hits F5, which it should be able to do, but it's just not. It's just not working. Yeah. Well, F5 is what you use to do a in-engine run. So let's see if that depth thing fixed it. Okay, our guy's still good. No. Okay, so just putting depth there is not good enough. We have to put it in all the other places too. So let us go back here and go do the search. We're looking for that. And this should put us, to give us all of them. All the ones that we cut out. And this should put everybody back to where they were. And I don't like having to hard code this way. This just makes no sense to me. But oh, okay. Now we did have a 600 out there, which I don't know why we did a 600, but we'll go ahead and find it anyway. That should be fine, actually. Make it 500. If my keyboard would work. Okay, file save. File build. Ah, I see that OBS is back and working again. I don't know what cleared it up other than time. But yeah, it would definitely be more helpful if I could just hit F5 and we would get through things faster, because you could do something, test it, do something, test it. It's actually a pretty good tool. The problem is just that it doesn't, for some reason on my system, it locks OBS up. But it's good to know that it doesn't actually lock the stream up, so. I see the couch. Lower left corner. Okay. So there we go. We do an inventory. Everything's in front again. All of our text is gone. I think that's why those were set at 600. Just because that is the text for those. Let's go back here. 600. No, that's not these ones. These ones would be still be 500. Go back here. What is this one? What we want is we want the one that is drawing. The actual text over on that side, which is not this one. Okay, this is the main one. Yeah, this is the main structure of the other one. Yep, that's this one. That one's 600. That's why they were 600. Because that puts that text in front of the actual. I mean, no program's going to be perfect. It never will, you know. And OBS is going to have its issues. It's just like everything else. You know, all you do is you find workarounds for it and keep moving forward. Inventory, come on, Herbert, let's do some inventory. Okay, so all that is working. All of our descriptions are now working. Yeah, we're all good. So, yeah. So, this is in our game. This is with it. We do need to fix a few things. We do need to lock the screen. I mean, I think if we can... We also have to attach it to the... we have to attach it to the view screen, not the overall screen, which means that we're going to have to do some movement on it, but yeah, we're all good. We can lock it so that we can walk over here, all good. We can unlock it, we can move things around. So that's good. All right. So the inventory is in there. Now it's just stuff around it that we have to fix. And I don't think we're going to need the equip buttons yet because we haven't started putting our things in the inventory yet. So I have to write the thing where in the collectibles thing, I think I can just put it in that it puts it in the inventory. But we'll have to see how that goes. Okay. So brains, that's what you're saying. Oh yeah, so we have a functional inventory. So yay us. I have to fix that animation too. But freezing the game is important for when that menu comes up. Because right now, he can walk around behind it, and as he walks around, it doesn't really follow him correctly. Also, look at that. The it doesn't copy the whole, it doesn't follow the whole map. Very interesting. Not everything is following. So yeah, so that's a problem. But when the menu's up, or the inventory menu's up, you shouldn't be able to move anyway. So I do need to how to stop code for stopping him from moving. Because that seems to be the thing that does it. Even though if he didn't move, I wouldn't have been able to fix it in the first place. But him stop moving, if we put him stop moving now in, then when we're testing it for the for attaching it to the viewing screen. Okay, I guess that's what we need to kind of go over, is how do we attach it? What puts it in? Let's look at the controller code. It's probably what it's in, not the parent, but the controller code. Creation code. No, it's not in creation, it's in draw code. All right, so. What's funny is this says pause game, but it doesn't pause the game. Draw rectangle, camera view, get height width, camera middle, okay. So camera XY. Yeah, so everything's based on the camera XY, which is where we're at. Somewhere it's calling it somewhere else. I think it's this. So this is height room. This is what it used to be. What happens if I do this? We're probably going to break it, but let's try something. Haha. Okay, here comes the test. It built, that's a good sign. So that makes it draw a rectangle of the screen where you're at. Because OBS is free, okay. Survey says, let me walk down here. Nope. That just screwed it all up. Oh no! If we're in the corner, it works perfect. It doesn't go away. Nope, it does not. Did not fix the problem, and he is still walking around. So let's go on one of the other screens. Nope. But if we're in the top right corner, nope, does not work there either. Same thing with this one. Also, not everything disappears, which is interesting. Oh, because it's the part that was over here. Yeah, so that didn't fix it. I think I know why. Let's go back to this real quick. So it draws the rectangle. But it doesn't put it in camera get view height. Because of this. So if we're drawing a rectangle based on camera 0, 0. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. Is these two numbers here, this is the full height. Because that's where its top left corner is those first two numbers. And then the bottom two numbers are the okay. Let's see what choices we have under camera. Camera, rate and view. Room X real. Room X. Is that what it's called? No. Room underscore X. Okay. We got room underscore X. Room underscore Y. And width, height, room X, room Y. Something happened, nothing came up on my screen, so sorry about that. Oh, okay. Bryson, thank you very much for the 300. I appreciate the 300. It will be used very gracefully. All donations are accepted with a happy smile. Okay, so let's go. What are the options we have with camera get view? I can retrieve the height of a pixel. Okay. Okay, we got get active. So let's try this. This create view is not going to work. This is not what we're looking for. I think that's actually going to cause more trouble than not. We're going to grab this. And we're going to say camera get active instead. And we're going to don't know if we need the false on there, but let's take a look here. Do not need the false. Okay. Oh, we do need that though. Draw a rectangle. Okay. Equals full screen equals camera get active. I need to draw a no, that's not how that works, is it? No, because we need actual numbers. What is the value that camera get active gives us back? And do we have to cut it something like this, like in regular code? I don't think that's going to work. No, that's not going to work. think I'm going down a bad rabbit hole here. Let me look something up. Okay, it says set lock, no, get mouse, no. Nope, nope, nope. What is the correct question? How to get the current XY coordinates of basically in the background here. I'm trying to look up how to get the view window coordinates. Basically, is we're trying to get the viewport, camera view, yes. Give me some code. Camera create view, camera destroy, camera apply. Set view map project, set update script. Set, okay. Camera ID, okay. Camera set view size, camera ID width height. Camera view in pixels. Example, camera set view size. I'm not setting the view size, not getting the view size. Get view mat. Unique camera ID value returns when you create the camera. Mat equals camera get view mat. But then how do you use that? Okay, so we'd have to get camera view XY and the camera view width height. Or XY equals camera view X. Okay, so the reason it's doing what it's doing is because it's getting the camera view width, but it's not, and the height, but it's not getting the starting point. Therefore, it's trying to adjust to that. All right, okay. We need is something like this. Let's bring this over into our code. Actually, let me put it in my notepad over here so that I don't lose it like I did before. Go all the way down here. Because it looks like what we need to do is we need to create it based on, and there's probably an easier way to do this. I'm just basically going to manhandle and force it. So if we go, we do this. We want these two here. We want to make a variable x, Vx and Vy, which is the camera view, which is their XY. Then we need their height and width. Like I said, there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm just kind of pushing it through right now to see if the concept is right. Because that code would be and then this would go to here. So this should give us all of our coordinates that we are looking for. Which are the 4 numbers that we need for this, except for we have to take the divide by 2 thing off. Like I said, I know this is a silly way to do it, but I want to try it so that I can understand what it's doing. Not just so that we have a working thing, I need to understand why. And then what we can do is draw a rectangle with Vx. Okay, let's not screw this line up. Put it up here too. Okay, now we can do Vx, Vy, VW, honk honk, and VH. VH1. No, just kidding. That is very unhappy. Shouldn't be, but it's very unhappy. Yeah. Watch it break. It's okay, we have the original code, so long arguments. Okay. Guess I can't do it that way. Do I have to force it to reel? Okay, let's try that. do I have to put this in there? No, that's not around here, my friend. No brains here today. And should return. We need to return a real number, so let's look back at the explanation for that. It returns a real number, so we don't need to. Okay, where's that pose? Well, okay, so I need to do. Oh, okay. I think I move this in there. View 0. X minus, yeah. So we need to do the same kind of thing for the other one. I'm not getting all the information correct here as far as the way it's. Camera view XY, draw text. That doesn't look right. I'll put it in there. And the worst it can do is crash, right? So let's see what number we get if we actually just put that in there and do it. 12 unit score, blah blah. Let's see. Because it will draw text on the screen, I think. Okay, don't hit F5. Luckily, we saved everything that we had done before, so you know, just delete this code and throw it away if it doesn't work. Okay. Toby, what do you got for me? If nothing else, it'll just be crap or crash. It didn't crash, so that's a good sign. But we need to go onto a screen that it's actually on before. Okay, so it is on screen. Let's do an inventory. And we screwed everything up. It definitely meshed some things up. And our whole ability to highlight things is gone. Go down here. See if we can find the blue squares anywhere. Nope. No blue squares. So we can't highlight nothing. Nope. Okay. It also didn't print out. Did it put it up here maybe? No. So good. Let's do close that. No, we can't do that because if we hit, I think if we hit debug, then it'll crash OBS again. It'll crash the screen on OBS. Okay, well, this did nothing. Because this is what we want. We definitely want that to be what we're looking for. Let's kill this. Let's put this back into play. This was the one that worked. But this is definitely where it tells the where it tells it to create the rectangle that holds everything that we create after this. So the inventory, all that kind of stuff. So technically, if we put this, if we run this now, it should be working again. We will see. So now that'll put it back up in the corner where it was. And we should be all good to go for just making sure it's working. Back over here? Nope, not in there. Come out this way then. Okay, so yes, it's back to where it's supposed to be, and it's working the way it's supposed to work. So yeah, it's finding the top left corner of the screen itself, not the visible window. Even though it says find the view height and width, it's not. Because that window should have moved, and it doesn't. It does do a weird thing, but so if we're here and we try to walk down further, it starts to separate it. But we shouldn't even be able to walk during this. This should lock it all out, but it doesn't. Also, our 50% shading isn't doing the whole map, it's only doing a small portion. Or a large portion of it with this, not the whole map. And some of the peoples are not grayed out. But nothing is moving. But the fact that it puts it back just cracks me up. You absolutely have to be in the top left corner here for that to work. Also, the text at the bottom isn't disappearing. That can't be good. Yeah, so not everything's lining up perfectly. You can see some red there. I'm not going to worry that much about it right now, but it's annoying. Why is the text now disappearing where it wasn't before? Certain things that it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe it's only when he walks away. I know we need it, but this whole thing, this inventory stuff is just kicking my ass. Because technically, it should freeze the game, pause the game. Menu system should come up. You do what you need to do in the menu system. Close the menu system and the game pauses. Let's see what camera settings we have here. View camera, view current. Let's see, follow the global scope, built-in variables. View current. Viewport index 1 through 0, 1, 0. View enable, view. Get camera. Bar cam, view, get cam. Oh, apparently I've left chat and come back in. Okay. I did not purposely leave chat. Camera get active, default, new target. Camera copy transforms. Okay. Oh. That's nice. Apparently my access is denied on that. Okay. So we want to have, it's the room, it's not the camera. The exposition within the room of the left side of the area of the camera view captured. Let's see if we did this. If we took this piece of code and chopped it down to the 4 parameters that we need, width and height. Okay, so all we need is that. And that to our code. Look, it's an artist trying to be a programmer. You're so silly. Okay, so we do that. And we do a draw rectangle around that. Create a camera view, button this, then back over here. And then we do a false. Oh, I don't think we need a, no, we need the false, but create view. Maybe we don't need it false. Let's see what happens if we take it out. No, it's still not good. I mean, would we have to? Maybe it just doesn't like it as not all by itself. Rotten silicone. No, that doesn't look right either. It's not gonna work. Got red lights all over it. It ain't gonna. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna build. But we try it anyway because we hate ourselves. Yep. See. Draw a rectangle. Do we have to make those separate numbers? That's what we tried down there. No, because that does not get the information that creates a camera view, which means we could jump to. Okay. If we don't need a create camera view, we need a what is our camera view. Big difference. Create camera view, camera create view, camera destroy, camera apply, copy transforms. I thought that would have been it, but it didn't look right. Oh, that's because it says it's forbidden. Camera set view. I guess it'd be under get. Get view matte. Gives us a matrix array. View target. The music is louder than you. Hard to hear. Okay. Sorry about that. Just pull that down a bit. Also, I'm not talking, so it's probably not helping. If I am talking, I'm not aware I'm talking, which is highly possible too. Maybe just get active should be the right one, but get active. This function use the reset retrieve mute camera ID volume. Okay. If active, I'm kind of. Now that just tells you which. It's also because I think I'm far away from the mic. Sorry. Above code gets the camera ID and the active camera and sets the view camera to that camera. Now this is just moving around. It's not view camera, view current, view visible. No, that's not what we're looking for. Get camera. You get camera 0. You would think this would be something that was simple. Like, give me the XY coordinates of the viewable area at this moment. Lock down that area, then use those coordinates to draw our inventory. You get E hat. I'm saying because it's just like how the inventory windows should be. Yeah. Let me thank you for that reminder. Let me find the code that draws our UI and see how the UI does it. Because if we can use what the UI uses, what does our UI use? Because our UI is locked. If we use how it's locked to lock. Okay, so player health, player max, that's everything that goes in there. That's how it's drawn. Let's do a create. Let's look at create. Okay. Pause options, continue. This is the screen that comes up. That's not what we want to do. Key up, key down. Pause game image speed. Image speed to 0. But where is it drawing? With O game, instance destroy, play, save game, game restart. So it's actually killing the game. It's actually saving the game. Room. Visible false, else visible true. Global pause game, key up. This is all the things we need to do anyway. So pause option select equals 0, blah, blah, blah. Case 1. Case 2. Okay, this is the heart. This is our coins. It's our coin text. Draw item box. That's the little box that has the picture of what we're using right now. But where is this getting its... Does this have a parent? No, it does not have a parent. So it is standalone. Variables, no variables. Sorry, let me turn that off. Show you what I'm looking at here. So this is what draws the game GUI. I'm trying to see anywhere where it's... Because it makes sense to me that it's... Okay, there's where the draw is. The draw is resolution. Let's use some resolution. It's using I'm assuming that's the resolution of the screen. Item box. It's created a box. I'm going to break this. No, that's not what we're looking for. Set color. Set rectangle. Yeah, we're going to try this. What's going to happen here? I think we're going to break it, but it's going to be fun breaking it. So, mwahaha. We're gonna break it. It's not gonna like it. We're gonna laugh at it. Survey says. It's funny, if I was a programmer, I probably would have figured this out days ago, but I'm not. So therefore, we're doing a little hunting and pecking. I'm a hunting and I'm a pecking. It's always fun breaking stuff. I agree. 100%. Oh, we left it open. We need to close that. Retry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Open that back up. Okay, well, it didn't crash, so that's a good sign, right? It didn't crash the second it came on. It's going to wait till right now. Nope. Same thing. That's funny. It's so it only did the gray. Actually, that's a good thing. Yes. And here's why. Because it only did the original window. It only grayed out the original window. So if we went back to this code, let me close that window real quick. The grayed out is a step forward. So if we went back to this and said ×2, oops, ×2, oh, I guess I don't have my num lock on, ×2, same thing here, ×2, will it, because it thinks that its resolution is that, which means let's go back, we're going to go back to the macros here in a minute, but I want to test this first. Back it, save it, move on to the next item. Okay. It was not unhappy with that, which is good. Now what we're going to find out is the whole background should now be grayed out when we push it now. Close a couple of these here in the background. Oh, wait for you guys. Okay, you guys are up. So if we do this, go here, go into this. Now the majority of the screen should be dark when I hit the button. Right, okay. Now, if we were in the top right corner, that would be the whole screen. Yes. All right, that is a good thing. So now we know that the draw that we have is not based on the room. It's not based on the follow screen. It's based on the grayed out actual map and not the view. Yes. It is the view at the time. It's the top left of the map itself. It's the rest of and that's funny. Our guy's walking behind it. So it is only exiting. Wow, I did not mean to go in there. Went into the teacher's house. So if we can get it to draw the gray anywhere where our camera is. So it's a matter now of that X and Y at the beginning. Where is that X and Y being pulled from? So if we're here, that X and Y should be up there by the hearts. So if we hit that, it should cover what it doesn't. It covers only the original. It's going from the top left. So we need to tell it to go from the top left of the camera view, not of the screen. So these two numbers here, let's see. We want camera. Camera gets. What do we have for camera gets? Here's height. Camera get view X. And then we have to camera get. Let's click on that. And view X, and we want from camera 0. That should be a 0. Oh, okay. Turn that back on. Okay, so camera 0. And then this one should be camera get view Y with a 0 as well. Okay, let's see if that works. Should be interesting if nothing else. Great. Yeah. Oh shit, we're late. Okay, let's try this, then we'll go. I didn't realize we were this late today. You get caught up in what you're doing and you forget time. This whole thing, time existing thing, is just a bunch of lies. Just a bunch of lies. I don't think I copied it correctly. No, it should be. Yeah, we'll see. All right, so if we go up here in the corner, it should be correct. Right. Okay, if we come down here. Nope. Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. But that is what we want it to do. But we want to be able to do it anywhere from where our guy is standing. And we're not. My logic made sense. Wait a minute, did I? Yeah, that's the only one it's drawn. Okay, well, we're saving this. We're already over our time. I will figure it out. Just not in this moment. Because my logic center says that should have worked. But or rather, let me phrase that. My emotional logic center said that should have worked. But obviously, my logic center realizes it did not. So here we go. Yeah, it's attached to the map, and it shouldn't be. So I need to figure out where it's attached to the map, and then remove that attachment. Emotional logic, like you mean pure chaos. Yes, that's a good call. Yeah, pretty close. All right, let us end this part of the day and go back to